So for this part, while we are going to be sanding our fins, what we got to do is first remove our fins from the balsa wood. So as we remove the fins from the balsa wood, you have to be very gentle as you do it. And the three pieces that we're going to use, these three fins, we need to get it so that way the fins are all going to be sanded at least, the very least, on this side right here. We want to sand at the very least this side and this side for all these fins. So I showed us in another separate video how to sand the fins if you didn't have sandpaper, but all I'm going to do with this 120 grit sandpaper is I'm just going to gently get the sides of this fin. I want to make it so that way there's no bumps, no anything on this fin in comparison to one that I haven't sanded. So you can see there's definitely a difference here between the two fins. I've sanded this one here. This one still needs to be sanded. I can go more in depth on this sanding. I can go a little bit more where I'm just going to get rid of some of the other rougher edges to make it slightly more aerodynamic. I'm not going to go too much sanding because this fin is made of balsa wood. That's going to just tear apart if you try to sand this down. So you don't want to sand it down to nothing. You just want to sand the edges of your fins to make it so that way this is just slightly more aerodynamic. And once again, if you don't have sandpaper, it's all good. Use a nail file, use a sidewalk, use another rough surface that you can obtain in order to do so. Once you get your fins all sanded down, on all three sides, four sides rather, the most important side to be nice and smooth, you can just rub your finger right along it, and it should be rather smooth. Once you're done with that, then you're good with the sanding of your fins. And you're able to start now moving on to attaching the fins to your fuselage.